And he's like, I don't buy girls drinks, girls buy me drinks. And I literally messaged him back and I'm like, who do you think you are, Trey Songz? And even if you were Trey Songz, why would anybody want to buy you a drink, you brokey? Go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be here telling you guys a story time about the worst date I've literally ever been on in my entire freaking life. Like, in all 22 years of life that I've been on this planet, I'm gonna have to say this was definitely the worst. So how do I set the tone for this story, this adventure? So basically, before I went off to university, like, I had no experience at all in anything. Like, I never kissed anybody in my life. I was literally a fucking nerd. All I ever did was study in school. Like, that's literally it. Like, all I ever did was study. I didn't have any experience with men. Nobody really chatted to me. Like, that was my freaking life. Like, nobody chatted to me. But, like, my friend knew this one guy that was, like, literally obsessed with me. And she kept telling me, she's like, yo, he really likes you. He wants to take you out. Do. And I said, okay. Like, it wouldn't hurt to go on a date. Like, if he really wants to take me out, we gotta go out. But I honestly didn't think it was anything serious like that. Like, I was kind of like, whatever. If he wants to take me out, cool. If he doesn't want to take me out, cool. Like, either way, I'm booling. Like, it was actually never that serious to me. Anyways. But yeah, I was like, it's really not that deep. If he wants to take me out, let's go out, like, chill vibes. But, like, I never thought it was serious. Like, I never thought this guy would ever reach out to me. Just one, because, like, I had no idea who this man was, like, at all. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea how he knew me. But I was like, maybe he's seen me around, because we didn't go to the same school. He went to a different school, and I didn't really go out like that. Like, I have strict African parents. I didn't go to parties. I didn't go to functions. I didn't go to links. I didn't go to meet and greets. I didn't go to gatherings. I didn't go to anything. Like, I actually was like, I have no idea how this man knows who I am. Like, genuinely. Because I don't go out. Like, literally all I would do was go to school, go to rugby practice, go to the library, go to work, and come home. And of all those destinations, I didn't see him in any of those destinations. He didn't work with me. He wasn't on my girls rugby team, obviously. And he didn't go to the same school as me. So how do you know about me, bro? Maybe through Instagram, but I wasn't even popping on Instagram. Like, I'm still not even, like, it was never a serious thing. Like, I literally had, like, 400 followers on Instagram. How do you know who I am, bro? Like, I don't know. Oh my god, there's, like, somebody fucking coming to the fucking library. Holy shit. Anyways, where was I in the story? Yeah, so I had no idea how this man knew me. Like, how do you know me? Like, this is so weird. But I was like, hey, whatever. And then one day, there was this big festival in my city, my hometown. Like, I came back from university. Oh, sorry. I hadn't gone to university yet. What am I saying? See, I'm getting confused. So, yeah, there was a festival in my city. It's like an annual festival every single year. It's like a big thing. Everybody goes or whatever. So, I obviously went to this festival because everybody goes. So I went to the festival, and this was the first time in my life I'd ever seen this man. Like, genuinely, this is the first time I'd ever seen him. Oh my god, this car is there. I can't focus. Why are you guys doing this to me? Okay, whatever. We're gonna continue. So I went to this festival. This was the first time I ever saw this man. And I remember at the time I just didn't care. Like, genuinely, I was like, whatever, no biggie, nothing too deep, like, cool. I remember he came up to me. He was being really, really, like, overly, like, out there, like, hey, like, yo, it's me, like, what's up, like, you looking good, like, how you doing today, baby? And I was like, okay, like, it's a serious thing like that. Like, I didn't really know it was that serious. And he was just, doing a lot. And I was like, okay, cool, nice. And then me and my friends, we went our separate ways. Like, he was, like, coming this way. I was going this way. So we were headed in different directions. I don't know if I should do it this way. Yeah, we're headed in different directions. So, obviously, when he did all this, I was like, okay, cool, like, nice, like, this guy's obviously showing that he's interested in me, still no biggie. He didn't follow me on any social media, he didn't have my number, etc. Like, the only reason I knew that he liked me was through my friend. I guess he was talking to her, telling her, like, yo, like, I really want this girl, do, and I was like, okay, cool. Oh my god, these people are literally staring at me. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's the only reason he knew me. But at that festival, like, I was literally living my best life. I remember I was getting it. I was 17 at the time, so I couldn't drink. But men were still buying me drinks. I was like, hey, like, can you get me a drink? Like, I remember I was talking to this one guy who was massive. First of all, I'm only 5'3", and I usually tend to attract men that are really, really tall, like 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". Like, I don't know if that's like a thing or what, but like, he was really, really tall, and I was like, oh my god, like, you're so tall, like, I know you can do so many things, like, just being stupid, like, just trying to big him up because he was so much taller than me. Like, so I was talking to another guy that was there at the festival, like, I literally met him that day, and I was kind of living my life, because the guy that allegedly claimed that he wanted me, he was just moving weird, and like, I saw him with, like, he was very extroverted. Oh my god, he was a Leo, or he is a Leo, not he, like, he's not dead, like, he is a Leo. So yeah, he was just being really extroverted, doing a lot of things, you know. Oh my god, here they come, here they come, here they come. Okay. So yeah, I was talking to a bunch of other guys at the festival. I was really living my best life, chatting, living, having a good old funky time. And then I get home from the festival, and I have a random text from some random number talking about, hey, this is, let's name him, let's call him Peter. Hey, this is Peter. Peter is the guy that, like, he's been telling my friend he wants me. I have no idea how you know me from, where you know me from. I don't know where you've even seen me at, but cool. So Peter's like, hey, this is Peter, you know, I got your number from my friend, let's call her Bailey. I got your number from Bailey, and like, she said she gave me your number. I just wanted to text you. I wanted to say that you looked beautiful yesterday at the festival. You look so gorgeous. Like, I just want to take you out. I want to talk to you. Talk nice. Talk to me nice. And I was like, oh, hey. Kind of weirded out, because I'm like, how did this man get my number? And also, why did my friend Bailey give him my number without my permission? Like, are you all right? Why would you give him my number without my permission? Like, is everything okay? Just let me know. So yeah, he's texting me up and down. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't really remember what we would talk about, but I was just kind of like, I don't really care. Like, I don't know, the conversation, you know, when conversation is just kind of there, like, you're like, whatever, nothing too deep. And then one day he's like, okay, I want to take you out. And I was like, okay, like, I work most days. And he's like, okay, when do you not work? And I was like, I told him when I didn't work, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up, and we can go out, and we can have a good time. And I was like, okay, cool, sounds good. I was like, what do you want to do? Or he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, we can just go eat. And he was like, oh, where's your favorite restaurant? I told him my favorite restaurant, like, in my city. And like, I was kind of hyped too, because I'm like, oh yes, I want to experience before I go to university. Like, I was like, I can't go to university with like no experience under my belt, like not even kissing a man. Like, come on now, Shekinah, we gotta do better. So I was like, hey, like, I'm really down for this. Like, I hope it goes well. Like, I wasn't really thinking anything much of it at the end of the day, because I'm like, I'm leaving for school. Like, I'm leaving to a whole different province. So I didn't really anticipate that it was gonna go anywhere. Like, I was like, whatever. Like, if it goes somewhere, cool. If it doesn't, like, cool. Because I was leaving, and I was really excited for university. Like, I was literally like, I'm about to go insane. Just because I was like, hey, you know when you're like restricted as a kid, when you finally get freedom, you're like, hey, I need to branch out. I need to do what I need to do, and I need to live my best life. And that was what I was so excited for university, because I was like, once I touch this campus, I'm about to shake nations. Are you down? So yeah, I was like, nothing too deep. Anyways, so one day he's like, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up from work, or I think it was my day off. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna come take you out. I'm gonna pick you up from your crib. I said, okay, cool. Also, my parents were out of town at this point. I don't know where they went. I think they went back to Nigeria to do something, but my parents weren't in town. It was just me and my siblings. And so he's like, I'm gonna come pick you up from your crib. I said, okay, cool. I'm doing my makeup, I get ready, I do my hair, etc. I'm looking like a cute gal. a cute gal. This man then texts me like an hour before the date, and he's like, do you have sufficient funds? And I was like, question mark? Like, what do you mean, do I have sufficient funds? And can you imagine? He literally said word for word, do you have sufficient funds? Like, are you all right? Why would you say that to me? That's weird. So I was like, sufficient funds for question mark? And he was like, for the date. And I was like, oh, it's that type of link. It's that type of link. Okay, bad. So then I texted him back and I was like, oh, actually, like, my brother's not letting me go out. Like, I can't link with anyone today. Like, unfortunately, like, I'm not able to go out. Because I'm like, first of all, who asked me, do you have sufficient funds for the date? That's such a weird comment to make. Like, are you all right? So I was like, hey, like, I'm just not even gonna go out with this guy. And at this point I was already kind of pissed because I'm like, I already did my makeup, I already did my hair, and you're moving weird. Like, it's just annoying me at this point. Like, I wasted my hair time. I wasted my hair products, I wasted my makeup, all for you to text me, do you have sufficient funds? Bro, what's wrong with you? So I texted him that and he was like, oh, okay, like, maybe another time. I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, I honestly don't plan on talking to this guy ever again. So I remember my friend texted me, because I guess they were really keeping in contact. So Bailey texted me, she's like, yo, girl, like, how come you didn't go out with Peter? And I'm like, do you know what Peter freaking said to me? Peter messaged me talking about, do you have sufficient funds? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going out with this man. Like, this is the first time we've linked. And I know I didn't have much experience with men at the time, but I was like, I know that usually a guy is supposed to pay on the first date. And even if we're gonna split the bill, why would you message me beforehand and be like, do you have sufficient funds? Why would you say that to me? This is a serious question that I need to know. Answer it. Why? ¿Qué pasó? Why? Are you all right? So yeah, I was like, Bailey, look at what your useless friend Peter said to me. This is what Peter opened his stupid mouth to say to me. So of course I don't want to go on the date with him. Like, why would I want to do that? You literally told me this beforehand. At least you saved me the trouble of getting there, getting in the car with you, doing all this. Like, I just, like, thank God. This was a sign from heaven above. So after me just airing Peter's messages back and forth after that stupid sufficient funds text, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to this guy anymore. Bailey goes and tells this man what I said to her. Bailey, I'm looking at you sideways. You were moving mad. Why would you tell him what I said? Anyways, so Bailey goes and tells Peter what I said, and then a couple days later, Peter texts me. He's like, hey, like, so sorry about last time. He's like, you know what, I didn't expect you to pay. He's like, just sometimes, you know, girls want to pay, so, like, I just want to let you know, like, beforehand, like, if you wanted to pay or not. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, well, what are you doing today? Like, I'm gonna pick you up from work, I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna pay, it's on me, everything is on me. I said, okay, this is my language, we're talking my language. You are speaking my language. So I said, okay, cool. I finished work at 3. You can pick me up from work and, you know, we can go eat. We can go have a good old time. I was willing to forget it was the past. He's talking about it's on me now. Everything is on me. I said, bet, let's go. So he picks me up from work. You know, I'm looking kind of cute. Not as cute as I had prepared for the original date, because I literally took my time to get ready for that date. Because I was like, oh, my first ever date that a man has asked me out. I'm like, oh my God. This date is about to be amazing. But I kind of prepared a little bit. I wasn't looking too fresh, but I was like, cool. Like, I still look nice. Like, it's not that deep. Whatever. He picks me up. We go to a restaurant. At the restaurant now, we're sitting down, chilling, eating. Or sorry, we're about to order food. We haven't eaten yet. We're about to order food, and I'm like ordering my food, and then I'm like, oh, what do you want? This man then looks at me and he's like, I don't want to eat anything. Bro, are you all right? Are you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm not hungry. You just order something. I'm not gonna eat anything. You order. Like, no biggie. Like, you order. And I was like, okay, I'm hungry. I just came straight from work. I'm about to eat. Like, I don't care if you don't want to eat. I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. So I order food now, and I feel uncomfortable because I'm like, Oh my god, there's more people coming. So yeah, he's like, I'm not hungry, you eat. I was like, okay. So I felt really uncomfortable just eating in front of him while he was not eating. So I was like, okay, let me just take my meal to go. I'm still anticipating this man is gonna pay for my meal that I ordered for myself. So the waiter comes, like, okay, like, looking at me, they're looking at him, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, and he's looking down like he's really not trying to pay. So I'm like, ugh, whatever, I'm just gonna pay, like, no biggie. So I take out my card and I pay, because I'm like, whatever, like, it's really not that deep. Like, actually it was that deep, because I was like, you're actually annoying and misleading. You said that it was gonna be on you today. I gave you a second chance just for you to do this foolishness. Like, are you alright? So aggravating. So aggravating. So yeah, anyway, so I pay for the food and I put it in a to-go box, and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do now? Because I'm not about to eat this food in front of you. If you're not eating, like, I just feel uncomfortable. Like, how am I about to be chopping food and just looking at you? You're just gonna be looking at me as well? We're just gonna be looking at each other? You're not eating? It's just weird. And I had to pay for it as well. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? So yeah, we end up taking the food to go, and then we're in his car now, and in his car, he's like talking about how, oh, I've heard you've never had anyone inside you. And I'm like, that is correct. He's like, I've heard you never had anyone penetrate you. And I'm like, that is correct. And I'm like, wow, Bailey was really telling this man all my business. Like, everything about me, that I've never hooked up with anybody. Like, why are you telling this man this ish? Like, why? He doesn't need to know this. Then, as I'm saying, that is correct, true, accurate. This man is like, I'm trying to be your first. I'm trying to take your virginity from you, baby. Look at me. I'm gonna be your first and your best. I remember looking at this man like, yeah, he's a joker. Like, how are you about to be saying all this shit when we literally went to dinner, you didn't pay? You said you aren't gonna eat food, you're not gonna chop food, you're looking at me eyeball to eyeball, just being bare weird. And then in the car, he was like, yeah, like, you know, like, I rap on the side, you know, I be rapping. He's like, let me play you one of my tunes. I said, okay, cool, play me a track. Run that shit back. So he played me a track, and I was like, okay, cool, nice. And then I was like, oh, who's, like, your favorite artist? And he's like, oh, my favorite artist is Idris Elba. Or is it Idris or Idris? Idris Elba. And at the time, this was, like, way before Idris Elba hopped on that track with Steph London and Wiley and released Boasty. I had no idea that Idris Elba even raps. So I was like, oh, what? He raps? So I thought it was really weird that it was his favorite artist, because I'm like, I did not know that this guy rapped at all. So I'm like rolling down my windows because it's kind of hot in here. So it's okay, nice. And then I'm like trying to eat my food in the car because I'm literally so hungry. Like, you literally picked me up from work. Like, bro, I'm hungry. Are you gonna do this to me? So I'm like trying to eat the food in the car or whatever. He's like, oh, can I have a bite? Oh, can I have a sip? And I'm like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm not gonna be rude and be like, no, you can have a bite. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, you can have a bite. Sure, you can have a sip. This man ends up eating majority of my food and finishing my drink. And I was like, yo. Finally, he's like, oh, let's go to, like, a lookout point. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. We, like, go to, like, a lookout point now. This man is, like, playing some Trey songs. He, like, we exited the car. We exited the vehicle. Yeah. Why my car door is locked. We exited the vehicle. And he, like, puts his jacket down, like, on the field. It's, like, a field lookout point. He, like, puts his jacket down on the field. He's playing some Trigger Trey. Okay, he's playing some Trey songs, some Trigger Trey. And he's like, yeah, come come lay beside me. I'm like, okay. Feel like still super uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like laying beside him. He's like playing, what's that song by Trey Songz where it's like, I'm gonna make you drip, drip, drip. You know that song by Trey Songz? Drip, drip, drip. Or something. I can't remember the lyrics right now, but that song by Trey Songz. And he's like playing that, getting really, really close to me. And I'm like looking literally straight up. Like his face is like turned like this towards me. And I'm like looking directly up because I'm like, I don't want to make eye contact with this man. Like I think he's gonna try and kiss me. I don't want to kiss him. Like I can't do this. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. So then I finally turned towards him. I don't know what happened, but I turned towards this man just ever so slightly, and he's like, can I kiss you? And I was like in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to get experience before I go to uni. I need to get experience. So I was like, okay, sure. This man gets on top of me, like from where he was lying beside me here. He then comes on top of me. I was like, whoa, this is so intense. Like, but okay, cool. He's like kissing me. His lips were really big. Like he was like swallowing my entire face. It was like from my nose to my chin. He just kept kissing me. And I was like, I don't really know what to do. I feel so uncomfortable. I didn't really know how to kiss, so I was just kind of like, while he was out here being like, and I was like, okay. I feel so uncomfortable. And so, yeah, I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, sorry, like, we can just take it slow if you want, but like I'm definitely gonna be your first. And I was like, okay. But I was like, I think I really need to go home now. Also, at the lookout point that we were at, I had like no cellular reception. So I was like, bro, if anything happens to me, nobody, like I can't call nobody, like I can't chat to nobody, like this is kind of bad. So I was like, yeah, I really have to be home. Like my sister wants me home by a certain time. Like I have to be home like soon. So can you like drop me home? And he's like, of course. He like gets off of me and he's like, yeah, let's go. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he like drops me off in my crib and I'm like exiting the vehicle now. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just went through this. Like this man is so weird, so like I just don't ever want to associate with this man ever again. And as I'm exiting the vehicle, he like locks the car door. He's like, oh, are you not gonna like give me a goodbye kiss? And I was like, oh, okay. I gave him a goodbye kiss. I was like, hey, I'm literally never seeing this man again. Also, I didn't finish my food. This man was like, oh, can I take it home? So I was like, yeah, sure, you can take it home. And he took my fucking food home. My chicken wings, fries, and my fucking bubble tea. He finished all that shit already. He was eating in the car, and he took it home. So I was like, okay, everybody here lacks manners. Everybody that was up in this bitch other than me, so i.e. just you, lacks manners. So I was like, okay, cool. He takes it or whatever. As I enter my house now, I see some long message from him talking about, you are the chocolate to my milk. You are the wind beneath my wings. I said, whoa, this is so intense. Like, I have the screenshots, but they're on my phone, and I'm recording on my phone. But I'll put them in the video so you guys can see just the ish that this man was saying to me. I was like, this is psychotic. And I keep receipts. It doesn't matter how many years. Like high school was how many years ago? 5 years ago. I will keep receipts forever. Try me, beef me. I will bring those receipts back up in your face. So he was talking about, you are the wind beneath my wings. You are the chocolate to my milk. Like your skin is so smooth, so soft, so luscious. Like you're just doing things to me. Like, oh my god, I think I love you. I said, this is actually so intense. But I was like, okay, I've never really like talked to a guy before, so I'm like, maybe this is normal. And like one of my other friends was like, yeah, I think it's like pretty chill, like he's just really into you. So I was like, okay, maybe this is normal, whatever. And like I still kind of talk to him from here and there, but not that much. Like he would always initiate the conversations, but I literally didn't want to talk to this man. But I was like, okay, whatever. And then on his birthday, he was like, hey, like it's my birthday, like I want you to be my birthday date or some shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, oh, but it's on me this time, And like my friend, she told me, she was like, if you make Peter pay on his birthday, that's so rude. Like you're so rude if you make him pay on his own birthday. And I'm like, but I literally, this man has actually been a broke, stingy man twice. This is not the first time, not the second time. Actually, third time. If he doesn't pay this time around, I have to challenge this man. So we get to the restaurant now. We're at Boston Pizza. He ordered like the most expensive thing on the menu because I was still contemplating if I wanted to pay for him because it was his birthday. Because I was like, oh my god, you know, it's his birthday, you know, whatever. Still contemplating or whatever. This man orders like one of the most expensive things on the menu. I literally only ordered like chicken quesadillas because I'm like, let's wrap it up, let's do this and like finish and go. Like, I don't even know why I continued to talk to him. I was just kind of like bored. I was not doing anything over the summer. I was like, I want experience before I go to university. Like, I was like, whatever. And he continued to initiate. And somebody that's just that persistent, it's like, it's just kind of passive reciprocity. Like, I was just like passive responsive. I was just kind of like, okay, like, you're initiating everything. I don't really have to do much other than like just like respond to your messages from time to time. You'll continue to contact me. So I said, okay, cool. So he's there chopping at Boston Pizza, eating with his mouth wide open. Like, I'm really looking at this man like, wow, this is crazy. I was like, okay, cool, have fun, live your best life. And I wasn't really eating much. And he's like, what's wrong? Why aren't you eating? Like, are you alright? Like, why aren't you eating? And I'm like, oh, I'm not too hungry. But like, I was eating from time to time. Anyways, the bill comes or whatever. And I stupidly was like, you know what? I'll pay. It's on me. Because I was like, oh, it's his birthday. Let me pay. So I was like, okay, it's on me this time, baby. It's on your baby girl. So I was like, okay, let me pay, Sha. So I pay for the meal and he's like, it's okay, I'll leave the tip though. This man left freaking 50 cents as tip. Like, bro, are you alright? So now we like leave the restaurant, Boston Pizza now. We enter his car because at the time I couldn't drive, so this man was whipping me everywhere. We enter his car now. He's trying to hook up already. He's like trying to kiss me. I'm like, I don't really want to do this, but I was like, hey, whatever. Experience. I don't know why I was so ashamed of like not having experience at my age. Like, obviously it's normal to be like a late bloomer, but I don't know why I was like literally so ashamed. Like, I was like, oh my god, do I have to do something? I have to do more. Like, oh my goodness. So he's like, no, I really want to be your first before you go to university. And I'm like, bro, no. Like, I'm not ready. I don't think it's that serious. And I would always just keep saying no. And he'd be like, oh, you're giving me blue balls. Why are you doing this to me? You're killing me. And I was like, oh, I don't really think it's that serious, but okay. Finally, we're still in the car now. We're just driving around. I'm like, hey, can you drop me off at home? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna drop you off at home. He drops me off at home now. He's still texting me endlessly. But I was like leaving to university in like the next couple of weeks, so I was like, it's really not that serious. You can continue to text me, but I really have no qualms. Like, I'm not about to be entertaining you because I know I'm about to dip out of here and honestly never see you for like the next 4 years. And I guess in this case 5 years, because I literally didn't see him again until I graduated. It took me like 5 years to graduate instead of 4. So yeah. Anyway, so I leave for university. This man is still texting me endlessly. I'm in my first year now. You know, frosh, initiation week, or, you know, orientation week. Everybody's turning up, having fun, living life, powering it up, you know, living their best life. So I'm turning up, and he's seeing my snaps, seeing my Instagram stories. He's like, what are you doing out there? How are you gonna disrespect me like that? I said, huh? I had no idea I was in a relationship. Do you know? As far as I was concerned, I was single. This man was out here messaging me talking about, how you gonna disrespect me? How you out here going out every day? You're a whore. You're a slut. I said, oh my god. Like, the things this man would say to me, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I really did not know that, like, we were anything. Like, I literally was just chilling. Like, we went on 2 dates. That's it. 2 dates. I only saw this man twice. And other than that, he would just text me endlessly. So I was like, I didn't know it was like a serious thing like that, you know? And I feel like even if it was a serious thing like that for you, why wouldn't you ask me to be your girlfriend? Why wouldn't you just assume that I was your girlfriend? Like, are you alright? Anyway, so this man proceeded to say dumb things, talking about, I'd be going out in the club and I'd be ignoring girls for you. And I'm like, you don't have to ignore girls for me. You can really chat to bare people. Like, I'm not preventing you from chatting to anybody. And he was like, oh my god, there's another car coming. And he was like, no, like, I'm holding it down for you because you're my girl. Like, I don't care how long it takes for you to finish university over there. When you come back, you're mine. I said, yeah, you need to shut it up. Because you're doing a lot right now, and it's scaring me. And I'm like, you don't have to ignore girls for me. Like, you can literally be talking to as many girls as you want. You can even be in a full-blown relationship that's between you and your God, because it doesn't concern me. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're single, I'm single, everyone here is single, Peter. So why are you chatting rubbish to me? And he was like, wow, you're just gonna be like this, you're gonna be like this? I didn't know this is the type of girl you were, eh? Have you given your virginity to anybody else but me? It should be safe for me. And I was like, yo, why is this guy talking so much about this virginity thing? Like, why is it painting him in his chest that he wants to be the one to take my virginity? Like, I don't understand what is going on right now. And he was like, no, like, you have to save it for me. And I was like, yo, I obviously, one, I haven't lost my virginity. I know I was being honest with this guy. I didn't owe him shit. But I was like, whatever, let me just tell him the truth. I was like, I haven't lost my virginity, but I'm really out here living my best life. Like, I was literally turning up. Every day I was going out. Every single day I was literally going out. So I was like, yeah, I'm having fun. And he would see it in my stories too. Like, I was going out. So I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for this moment, this freedom moment. Oh my God, there's so many cars coming in and out. What is happening? So essentially, he just called me a hoe endlessly. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, you know, like, I don't chase girls, girls chase me. I said, okay, cool. And he's like, I don't buy girls drinks, girls buy me drinks. And I literally messaged him back and I'm like, who do you think you are, Trey Songz? And even if you were Trey Songz, why would anybody want to buy you a drink, you brokey? Like, just get out of here, man. And then, yeah, after he finished insulting me, calling me a hoe, up and down, I just blocked him off everything. And yeah, I literally never chatted to him again until he just kept messaging me up and down. He would message my friend Bailey to talk about Asha kind to forgive me, and I was like, he's never that deep. But yeah, that was my worst ever dating experience. I don't associate with him now. And you know, a couple weeks ago, this man was literally exposed on Twitter for being a rapist or a sexual predator. Like, there was like a thread of like girls talking about all like these like sexual predators in like my city, like my hometown, and they posted this man's name. I said, wow, so you've been a rapist from time, you've been a sexual predator from time. And like at the time, I obviously didn't know like he was like being a predator. I was just kind of like, what is wrong with this guy? Why is he being so intense? Like, are you all right? But yeah, that's what happened. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, you're actually a predator. It's kind of sick. But yeah, I've never talked to him again. And I actually saw him at something a couple months ago, and it was really awkward because like I think he tried to say hi to me, but for me, if like I'm done with you, like you just kind of don't exist. Like, I could literally see you on the street and I'll just walk past you like you're thin air. Like, it's really not that deep to me. But he was like, oh hey, Shakira. I was like, oh, bye. But that is the end of my worst ever date I've ever been on in my entire life. Story time. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for listening to the story. Thank you guys for even viewing. I don't know. People that are watching my stuff, I'm like, this is crazy to me. Like, people are actually watching my stuff, like, that's crazy. Like, thank you so much. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys probably same time next week. Yeah. Okay. Bye.